Hello everyone, it's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. White K in the building. How you doing, White K? Tell us, update. How was traffic coming?
You know,
Is it better?
I was so confident that it would be cool because it's a public holiday, but not at all. I didn't spend as long because it's a public holiday, but the go-slow was still there. When I was coming, I first saw 3 policemen. I said, hey, today is today. They are on the road. Those 3 policemen were just standing at the top where go-slow. There is no go-slow.
Where?
I didn't see any policemen. And what is causing the traffic? The downfalls, they're just stopping anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, they just stop on the road.
Right.
So if there are no policemen there to
make sure they move fully.
they move. There was one policeman that stopped me to let the downfalls pass. The downfall passed and stopped in front of me. Then he went to go and fight the policeman, the downfall driver. Meanwhile, I found another way. You know, it's just, there was one
But there's a
uniform.
slight improvement.
It's a public holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, so not many people
I will pass there again because of you. I will pass there on Tuesday to let
Give
you
us
know.
feedback. Okay, so let us see.
Because I've already said I'm going to be passing in Korodu Road. Maybe that one will be better.
I'll try it to
But meanwhile, can I just thank Journalists Hangout
What happened?
Okay.
officially?
What happened?
Because they have been talking about our area, Alagbole, Akute.
Okay.
Please, they should forget Ayawole Road. And the government has actually started working there.
Oh, Egbado Road, please, oh. Nothing has been done there.
So
Wow.
I'm really...
That's your bad road. They're fixing it. Why can't they fix that road? I'm going to come and see you.
We'll give testimony
In fact,
in
I'll
church.
come and bring gifts.
With lockdown, I will still do party.
I'm telling you.
I will even be willing to catch Koro.
That's cool,
If they
that's cool.
fix that road. That
They
road
fix that road.
What? Whenever I pass that, like, how does YK pass this place?
That's
It's like,
cool.
my car is doing boom, boom.
Ours is
A
worse
road
to
that should
Egbado
take
Road.
me 2 minutes to
Yeah.
pass, it takes me
Yeah.
nothing less than 30 minutes because I have no money to buy another car. So I be going, boom, cars pass me. I just say,
Right.
you can
Tell
pass,
you.
but me,
I'll take
let me manage myself with my car.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
well.
I'm happy about that.
It's
How you doing,
all right.
BC?
I'm doing amazing and grateful. You guys look amazing. Welcome back, YK.
you.
I missed you.
I would have said so to you, but the hair.
The hair!
I've been
Forget the
instructed
hair.
to calm down. So
Yeah,
today we are
have
very
to calm down. We have
so
to calm down.
relax.
But there's this
They're not come before.
white.
Yeah.
No,
That's
we
the
need to
instruction
calm
of the
down.
governor of Lagos
Yeah,
State.
we
Say,
need to
calm
calm
down.
down now. So there's this white and black photo challenge that's been going on social media, and
Right.
everybody's jumping on it. A lot of people have tagged me to join that challenge, but I'm usually not in a hurry to join something I don't have an understanding. I wanted to know what's this
What is it about?
black women supporting women challenge that they were putting out, and I realized that it was actually something that was happening in Turkey. So the Turkish women, there's a lot of femicides going on. So they are being murdered and their government is not doing anything about it. Most of the time, the murderers get just a slap on the wrist and nothing happens. So every day they wake up on their television, their newspaper, Instagram, they see black and white pictures of people, women who have been murdered. So they decided to start, posting that picture as a way of supporting women, giving themselves a voice that it could be you tomorrow, it could be somebody else tomorrow. And all of us are jumping on that bandwagon and posting pictures of women supporting. And I'm wondering, we have Southern Kaduna. Last week, women were protesting, and we are not supporting our own people, but it's okay to.
It's like nobody has started something. So if somebody starts something for Southern Kaduna, absolutely.
So why
people
are we
jump
jumping on international support when we haven't started our own? That's my point.
The truth is that because for whatever reason, it got around. People just send it to you. And once it's about women that are being killed, we all want to jump on it. So if you, for example, start something on Southern Kaduna, I'm sure Nigerians will follow you.
But most people who are posting those pictures don't even understand that it's
many
about
of us
Turkey.
Many of us didn't know until gradually information started coming out.
Started
When I
coming
got
out,
it
so-
also, I didn't know what it was, but I just did it because...
Did you do?
Maybe
I didn't see yours.
I did it because everybody was doing it.
haven't
But
got
later,
it
I think it was Moabudu that I posted the reasons. And I now read it. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a reason behind this. I didn't even know. I just did it.
Now, let's do something on Southern
Maybe
Kaduna.
I
let's
don't
do
do
something.
social media like that, so I would not know.
Those of you that are beefing,
I mind my
start
own
Southern
business.
Kaduna because Southern Kaduna definitely needs
Yes, we
some
need
kind of awareness.
Yeah, we need to
All
give
right,
them a voice.
we're going to go on a break. And we come back, salamit.
You did not tell us how. So how has the salam?
Time. Please, those of you doing salam,
Southern
please.
Kaduna,
Salam.
Boko Haram, unko.
We're going to break. We'll be right back. We're going to start with The Nation today. Workers' fear heightens as killing Sorry, let me take that again. Workers' fear heightens as killings and seeing security escalate. FEC OK's release of 15.21 million euros, 1.7 billion naira for power deal. That's a Siemens contract. Ogun warns ahead of August 14 worship centers reopening. 2023 opera as Maman Daura's no zoning position went viral. Buhari urges low-key Eid celebration. And pictures here of Nigerians returning from the United States yesterday. Okay, which story are we going to do? Let's start with the major headline.
Yes, so NLC is calling on the federal government to do something about the security issues we're having. There are a lot of cases that are pockets of incidents across Nigeria that are popping up, and we're seeing killings on a day-to-day basis. So they are saying that we need to do more. It's not just about, you know, listening and not showing us what you're doing to curb this. In Borno State, the governor, while he was going to the IDP camps to inspect and give food to the people there, was attacked. In Ebonyi State, 4 persons were killed during an attack on a bullion van. In Kogi, 14 people were killed, 13 were members of the same family. So there's a lot of insecurity, and they're calling on the federal government to do something about it.
Really sad story indeed.
So the other story, we'll take it in.
Moving on now to Daily Sun. Minimum wage. Labour declares war on governors. Lagos makes U-turn. OK's boarding for exit students. Bauchi holds local government election October 17, replies Dogara. Gunmen kill policemen in Ebonyi, attack Bullion van. And Buhari bars Salah homage. Okay, the major headline. Do you have that, the minimum wage?
I have
the minimum wage.
Why do you have that story? Go ahead.
The Labour, they are saying that there are governors who have used this COVID pandemic excuse to reduce the minimum wage, which is 30,000, and they have brought it back down to 18,000. And Delta, Niger, and Kano are one of 3 of the states. I think there are other states, but those ones were mentioned in the article, and that they are going to put protests if they don't bring it back up
to 30,000.
They reduce their security. They claim that the governors get 300 million, for security votes. That's why don't they reduce their security votes and use it to pay
salaries?
And that is monthly, according to NLC's monthly.
Okay.
So,
let's take the story. Lagos makes a U-turn. So the U-turn there is just that boarding schools will be allowed. So for the SS3 alone and the technical studies, the technical schools, only those are allowed to come and take their examinations. So both day and boarding. And they've also said that considering the term 1 and term 2 exams to be used for the promotion into the next classes. So
for the other students.
For the other students. So third term will be cancelled, and you'll be promoted based on your performance on first and second term. That's pretty much it on that story. Let's move on now to the Punch. Your uncle didn't emerge president in 2015 on competence, but zoning, says Ohaneze and others. Man rapes 20-year-old girl with Down syndrome in Ogun. 4 robbers, policeman killed in Oyo Community Bank robbery. Ogun schools resume August 4th, while churches and mosques will resume August 14th. Current security system not working, says NLC. Mago ordered my detention after I demanded 763 million naira, says SAN. And Boko Haram opens fire on Borno governor's convoy. Let's start with the Down syndrome, and then we'll talk about the major headlines.
Down syndrome, yes. They have apprehended a man, 24-year-old Godwin Akpan, who raped a Down syndrome girl. Her sister had sent her to close the gate. He dragged her into the room and raped her. And so the police have arrested him and said anybody who rapes in their state is going to get the full arm of the law.
Wow. Really.
Major
headline, yes.
Yes.
So Mama Dara.
Yes, the president's nephew, Mama Dara, while he was giving a statement, BBC Hausa had said that, the next person, that presidency shouldn't just be as a result of zoning or rotation, but it should be based on competence. So it's not about where you come from, but what you are able to do. And then social-cultural groups have come after him saying that, excuse me, your uncle benefited from zoning. In fact, as a matter of fact, you people ganged up to push Jonathan out for your uncle to benefit. Now that you're finished, why didn't you mention this in 2015? Why now? Why are you saying this now? So they all came after him saying that, some are saying that, some of the, I think the Middle Belt Forum saying that this is just a way of showing what is in the heart of the North, that they do not want to, give way to the Southeast this period. That's 2023 presidency. But then in the Nation this morning, the APC has said that this statement, he just made it himself. Oh, yes, it was his personal opinion. It's not on behalf of the party.
Ohaneze also threw a jab at Mamandara, saying that your presidency is it competent? Are you showing his competence? Has he shown his competence? Even the fact that the service chiefs that we have right now, have they shown competence so far? So they should leave the matter of competence and leave.
but you see, the truth of the matter is, that should be really what...
That's the ideal.
That is the ideal.
But competence after equity has been carried out.
We have true federalism.
Let everybody, first of all,
have a share. Okay.
After that, we'll now start talking about competence. Because it will be unfair to start discussing competence when other regions have not had an opportunity. So that's pretty much what they can do.
That's what they're saying. But which region hasn't had an opportunity?
The Southeast.
It's only the Southeast.
Yes.
Southeast hasn't had an opportunity.
Yes.
Let's move on to Vanguard. Southern Kaduna self-defense way out of killings, says Christian leaders. Ohaneze Pandef Afenifere reacts as Mieti Allah sets up security outfit. National Assembly probe may frustrate Chinese loan for real projects. 35 Niger Delta groups demand freezing of NDDC accounts. Ndume blasts FG over amnesty for Boko Haram fighters. Okay, so I think we discussed the Southern Kaduna killings already, but let's talk about it again. It was a major headline.
Yes, so the National Christian Elders Forum, NCEF, are urging Christians to get ready to defend themselves. They should be proactive in this fight because nothing is being done right now, and they can't just sit back and allow all of these killings happen. I think it's in the line of them thinking it's a religious killing that's going on in Southern Kaduna. They are also saying that they need a Christian trust fund so that they can be able to fund themselves as Christians while they protect themselves. So it's just calling on their people to...
And the Nigerians also in the diaspora are also trying to approach the International Criminal Court against the Southern Kaduna, and the government has tried to also go there. So we don't understand what the issue is. Is it that the security officers are compromised? Is it that there's nobody there? Because now that the Christian leaders are saying that you have to now go to self-help, obviously.
But this is what we are saying. The security chiefs are not doing their work. If a government...
I think... They are there. The issue is they're even killing our people. Our boys are also being killed. Yeah. So but the bandits come... and
not that the security people... I said the chiefs, the orgas, the orgas at the top.
Anyways, we have to move on. But there's a story that was interesting. 35 Niger Delta groups are demanding that they freeze the NDDC. According to their claim, one of them was saying that money is still being moved.
Even
while they are doing the probing. That money is still being moved. That extra amount. So they didn't give us the exact figures, but that's what they are alleging.
So they want
so they're saying that the account should be frozen whilst the investigations are ongoing. Let's move on to The Guardian. Nigeria-China trade imbalance widens despite currency swap. And anybody took that story? Or let's move on to This Day very quickly. Maman Daura's rejection of zoning rekindles clamor for power shift. FEC approves 8.64 billion naira to fund Siemens power deal. I just hope this time around, this power deal for Siemens pulls through, because that's a lot of money. Because in the last 16 years, we've been hearing all sorts of money being approved for power, and yet today we don't have it. So at this point, they're collecting money from all sorts of from various sources to collect together. This is, I mean, euros or billions of naira.
Yesterday, journalists hung out, Tolu's show. That was all they were talking about. The Azura power deal.
Right. Okay, let's go on a break.
Our one is let's have NEPA.
No, we don't. They're not called NEPA again. No.
I don't care.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we discuss our lined up topics. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Mommy, calm down.
I should calm down.
Yes.
I should calm down.
Yes, mommy, angry.
Oh, so nǹkan tó bá gbélé ẹ lọ́wọ́ ló má lọ ń kó. Give me your hand.
No, I'm just telling you to be calming down. So
Don't calm me down. Don't calm me down.
I want you to be calm down. So if that rest small, you must rest, mommy. You must rest a little.
I should rest before I beat you.
No. Just rest like this. Like this.
Bọ́sílẹ̀, ìwọ tí mo fẹ́ náà ó tún jókòó.
No, don't sit down. Don't tell you don't do.
Give me your
I'm
hand.
sorry, ma.
Give me your
Mama
hand.
ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. I said Mama ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́.
O máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
No.
Ṣé bó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ lánàá?
No.
When I say don't do.
Thanks for staying with us. So this video of the mother's interaction with her son recently made the rounds on social media. In the video, a mother was seen trying to scold her son because he had done something wrong. The little boy then advised his mother to calm down. Since then, our Governor Lagos State, has sent an address to us, I think it was yesterday for Salah, asking Lagosians to calm down. Now, there have been mixed reactions about this. Was it right for the mother to be seen to be almost embarrassing or harassing the child? Or on the flip side, people felt that, listen, this mother was just trying to be comical. She was just something just to laugh over it. Obviously, the child is somebody that is somewhat a bit stubborn, and she was just using the opportunity to record evidence of what happened and then just share it as something you laugh about. But we'd like to hear your thoughts on this. You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. So let me start with you, BC. What are your thoughts? When you initially saw the video, what are your initial thoughts?
I said this boy is very smart. This boy is a good negotiator. He's very intelligent and he looks very stubborn. So, you know, because I have a boy who is that way. So when I saw that video, I was laughing. I said, you don't catch him, mama. This is just him trying to appease the gods after he had messed up. And I was also happy that he kept saying that calm down. That reminded me, because sometimes when these kids do something bad, we don't beat them because of what they've done. We infuse all of the frustrations of life when we are beating them. So that calm down is like, assess the situation. Is it enough for me to give him 10 strokes or 2 strokes, you know? Just calm down and assess the situation. And it's not always very necessary to, you know, react immediately when the child does something to you. So when I was looking at it, I said, he catch him, mama. He's a very smart boy. That was just it for me.
So, wait, this video, I know we all felt that compassion. We felt sorry for him, that this little boy, how can he, you know, this very cute little boy. But what came to mind when you saw that video, YK?
I felt sorry for the child, personally. I don't believe in corporal punishment like that. And it moved me to almost into tears, you know, because the cry was from his stomach. Hey, mommy, please, you don't have to beat me like this now. No, you kill me. You know, so I always think temper justice with mercy.
But YK, do you really think the mother, I can almost predict that the mother didn't beat that child, because the idea was just to record him. There's no way you see a child like that doing that and you're now going to start speaking. I think
from where I saw the video, I think he had already been beaten. It was that pain. You mean you still want to beat more of me?
But we're talking about raising kids. I mean, listen, and I'd like to say categorically, I'm not a parenting expert.
Yeah.
So there are parental coaches that can tell you what to do and how to do it. But this is the general perception that I have, and this is my own private perception. And I think I've learned it for a few people, that from that age 0 to age 5, that's that harassment stage where you are, somebody used the word, you are the commander in your house. You harass these children. Between 0 to 5, you harass them. Because it's that harassment that forms them. They realize that there's somebody in charge. From when they're now getting to that age 7, 8, then you now begin to discuss and negotiate with them. But I think from what I see, that child is at the negotiation, is at the harassment stage where you just harass them. That's how I feel. As I said, I'm not a parental expert, so you don't have to take my words for it. But these are just because as there are stages in life. So because a lot of people are saying we should call nap tip they should arrest
For
the
what?
mother
Wetin
on this
happen?
matter. That's pure harassment, that it's wrong for them to treat a child like that. So do you agree or do you disagree?
So, Morayo,
I disagree.
the
I don't
harassment.
think it has reached the level of napkin.
Okay, no, of course, we disagree on that. But I wanted to say that I wouldn't use the word harassment.
Okay.
I will use the word instituting boundaries, because from 0 to 7, 8 is their formative years, where if they do not understand that this is right and this is wrong, and this is where your rights ends and my rights starts, it will affect them all of their lives. You see, adults who do not know how to behave in public, they don't know how to greet, they don't know how to, because there was nobody who enforced at that formative years that this is right and this is wrong. And when you do the wrong thing, there is a punishment. When you do the right thing, there's a reward.
Right.
So I won't call it harassment. So for some people, they use the belt, the cane and all of that. For other people, they are stand one, go to the naughty corner, I take off TV, I take off, you know. Right. But at that age, you need to be able to, you know, show that you are in charge. Right. And the children need to understand that there are consequences for everything.
Reaction. Okay, let me take this call from Favor. Are you there? Hello, Favor, are you there? I think I lost that call.
You lost the call.
So people are saying that this woman that the woman went overboard, that she was first of all wrong for her to post it, and secondly, it was wrong for her to be treating the boy that way. And it's something they feel that we should get the agencies in charge of children's rights involved in this. Do you think we should go to that?
I think maybe the mother found it comical, which is why she posted it. I think she was, the way he was negotiating was,
trying to laugh, yes.
So that one about napchip I think we are going above board. But I am not one that believes in corporal punishment. I've said that many times on this show. I'm always facing Nima. Because Nima is always, Gouvan, I will beat you. No need. Because I will give my brother's children, I've never beaten them in their lives. Never. I've never raised my hand like this. But if I tell them, don't do this, they will not, anything I tell them, they do it. So you have to have that authority, that voice of authority.
In your house.
There's something in your voice tells them, no, don't mess here. But they have never beaten them, and I will never.
Okay, let me take this call from Favor. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning. I want to comment on the video.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes. When I saw the video, I felt that there are a lot of lessons to learn from the little boy.
Okay.
Yes, and it's not always good to beat a child. A child could be corrected by talking to the child, and then talking to the child and making him understand while he should not do some certain things.
Right.
Yes, I feel that mom shouldn't have beaten the child. As the child pleaded, please calm down. From there, the child will learn how to forgive, how to keep to his word, how to how do I put it? How to accept to forgive when someone pleads.
Right. Okay, so I get the point. Definitely, I seriously, and I'm waiting for the family to probably, I heard that there was another video where the father said that she never bit the child, because, I mean, I seriously doubt that woman would hit that boy, because he was pleading, and she was just recording it for the fact that this guy is just, his response and the way he was
If she had beat the child, she would be too angry to be doing a video.
Yeah.
So probably she caught the child doing something and, you know, started having that conversation of, you know what is coming next. And he now started pleading, don't, calm down,
my child,
don't punish me.
If I tell my son, you did this thing, I'm going to tell your daddy. That's all I need to say.
He starts crying.
He starts crying. He starts, Mommy, I'm going to tell you. And his daddy's upstairs. I say, I'm going up. Once I stand up like this, the fear that, my daddy's going to know about this thing. Yeah. So imagine I took a phone and start recording him that I'm going to go and tell him, and he'll start begging me, Mommy, please calm down, don't calm down.
They will say you have killed your son.
So it's in that situation, because I know his reaction when I tell him, I'm going to go and tell your father. So it could be the same thing that happened here.
Yeah, but I also want us to, I'm not one to tell people how to train up their children, but there's something that the scripture says, which is spare the rod and spoil the child. And that rod, like she said, necessarily does not have to be cane or belt or anything. Rod of correction can be word of mouth. Rod of correction can be certain punishment, taking out privileges from the child.
That
like,
sounds
yes,
so suggestive.
Suggestive, how do you mean suggestive?
Don't worry.
Okay, taking up privileges from the child. Okay, yes, if you have 2 hours of TV and you mess up, you can go 2 weeks without the TV. Yeah, it depends on the child. So you need to understand the kind of child you have. Some people respond to talk, others respond to serious beating. Let me give you an instance. Yesterday in the house, I gave my children chocolate bars. Okay. So, and my son came to me and said he wanted to melt his chocolate bar. I said, no melting. Take your chocolate bars and go away. Do you know that he went back into the kitchen, melted the chocolate bars? I just heard that. I wasn't hearing him. I said, where are you? What are you doing in the kitchen? He now came with the chocolate bars and sat down, pretended like he didn't know what I was saying, and was trying to eat it. I said, what's this? He said, chocolate bars. What did you do to it? Melted. I said, what did I tell you? What conversation did we have earlier? You know what he told me? I forgot. Did we have a conversation? I trashed it. I took it. I didn't touch him, but I trashed that chocolate. Yes. And he didn't have it. You sent the message. Yes, and I've sent the message. So that's a form of punishment. Some people will say, forgive him and just give him.
Let me go on a break. I think our producers have been able to get the mother on the phone with us. So we'll speak to her after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Your view rocks.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So we have with us on the phone the mother of this young boy, and I think we'll be speaking with the boy too. Good morning, madam. Are you there? Hello? Good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So you're now world famous, so you and your son. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So the whole of Lagos is calming down because of your video. They told us to calm down. This whole Salah, our governor has asked us to calm down. Tell us about what happened that day, because a lot of people are misreading the video. Some are saying that you were a bit hard on him. What happened afterwards? Did you end up beating him afterwards?
No, I did not.
So what was the objective? Why were you trying to record that video?
He normally does that anytime I want to spank him. And I always tell my sister that, see what your son used to do. Anytime I want to beat him, see, he will just be acting drama. I've been telling them that for a long time. So that day, as I was about to spank him, and he just put up the hat. And then I just pick up my phone and I said, okay, let me record it as an evidence to show that see what I've been telling you all this. And that was it.
Wow. But have you, I know the governor was interested in this story. Has the governor reached out to you yet?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're
Congratulations.
famous. You're famous. Is your son there? Can we say hello to him? Or do you want to say something to him?
Yes. So how old is he?
He's 4 years.
He's 4 years. So you know that he has a very strong negotiating power. He was able to convince us.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes, so you have to start doing something in that regard so that you can harness that talent. He's quite talented.
Okay.
He's a negotiator.
Yes.
So, excuse me, so you are saying all that show that he was doing was so that you will not beat him?
Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Did you hear? I said all that show he was doing was so that you will not beat him.
Yes.
Wow.
He's a drama king. I think you should put him into acting.
We need to get Kunle Afolayan or somebody to get him a script. But can we speak to him? Is he there? Madam, is he there?
Send to my Skype ID.
Sorry? Hello?
To do what?
Hello?
Can you? I was saying that, can we get an opportunity to speak to your son?
I can't get.
Struggling.
Can you hear?
You can't hear us. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
I said, we'd like to say hello to your son. Is he there?
Okay, we'll say hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Most famous calming down young man. How you doing?
Fine, ma.
Do you know you're famous?
Yes, ma.
Yeah. So, why did you tell your mom to calm down? Was she always really, really angry when she wants to spank you?
Yes.
Oh.
Ew.
So, well, can I ask him a question? Why are you always so troublesome that your mom always wants to spank you?
Why are you troublesome?
Sorry, ma.
He said, sorry, ma. It's all good. All right. Let's not harass the boy any further. Madam, so what are the next steps now that the governor has reached out to you? I mean, obviously school is closed down for now, so you're home, you're stuck with this young man he's a drama king. So what are you guys doing? What's his father doing? What exactly are you guys doing for him now going forward?
The line is breaking. I can't really hear
Oh, really, that's network issues. But well, we wish you the best. Unfortunately, we have to cut it off at this time. But thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. That's the new hashtag for the season.
Calm
hashtag
down.
calm down. On that note, we go on the break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're going to be taking some calls on this, but I think we were able to get the mother and child on phone, and actually on Skype this time around. So hopefully we can see them properly. Are you there, madam? Oh, we just told we lost. So let's move on to our next topic then. Okay, I think we have some calls. Okay, let's take a few calls. Good morning, sir. Are you there? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Let's take a tweet, please.
I'm first-time caller.
Welcome to the show. I can't hardly hear. I can't hear you.
Thank you very much.
Speak loud. I can't hear you, please.
I just want to comment on that boy.
Yes.
A lot of people were saying the mother has already beaten him,
Yeah.
and which is not true, which you have just confirmed now.
Thank you.
Thank you for good work that you are doing.
Thank you.
We all love you.
We owe it to our producers.
Yes,
They're doing a fabulous job. They got them for us. So thank our producers too.
A wonderful job you people are doing.
Thank you.
As you are celebrating us, which we are celebrating you. Keep it up.
Thank you. All right. Let's take a few tweets.
So Chances Ojuma says, to me, it was comical. And on the other hand, even if the mother spanked her child, I don't see anything wrong except it's out of hand and inflicting injury. Parents have different ways to discipline their children. Funny enough, the mother was even laughing. Somi says, we are beginning to water down correction in the life of children, and that's why we have a lot of misbehavior in today's world. The strong discipline I got is part of my life today. Spare the rod, spoil the child is still valid till today.
And then Dad Matilda, for me, it's comical. I'm sure that's not the first time he has been saying that to his mom to avoid punishment. Our kids all have these funny characters and they display it at certain times, and we think it's worth having on tape to show them when they grow up, which is true.
Yeah.
Otori, for the mother to have recorded the boy, it shows how often the boy will plead in that manner. I disagree with posting it on social media, though.
Well, so we see a lot of these foreign videos where people record their children being funny or doing really, really crazy things, and we all just laugh. So then, if Nigerian does something similar, we now start thinking, we now start reading meanings into it, you know. Yeah. And the lady was just trying to show, as she said, this guy he's a drama king. He does this all the time. I mean, and I can relate because anytime I try to, because professionals like BC and all the parenting experts and everything will tell you, always just talk to your children, you know, don't spank them, you don't need the cane, which is great. But some others say you need that first 5-6 years, that first 5 years,
you need to balance
to spank them. You are the commander-in-chief of these armed forces in your house. Everybody must obey. After that, we can now start saying, because my husband doesn't spank my 8-year-old anymore. Right now, she does something wrong. He tells her, you were wrong. Either you go and face the wall or you don't get TV. But the other ones, what?
If you leave them.
When my husband starts shouting,
I can understand shouting. It's the spanking.
Oh, they're spanking too. Oh,
it's the same thing, no.
All he does is his hand like this. Woos.
It's the same thing. Enough. Shouting, spanking, they are all in the same family.
Because, like I was telling you about my grandson, when my daughter just says, he's 2. I mean, I will tell your daddy, if you do it, I will call your daddy. when she just says, bear, he will drop whatever
that
he's
thing.
doing.
And it's just 2-0,
and
so he knows what he's doing.
Let me take this call from Adeton. Adeton, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
Honestly, when I watched the video yesterday, I could not stop laughing. The boy is very comical.
Yes.
And in fact, before hearing from the mother, I already knew, like, looking at the way children behave, like I'm a mother too, I know that is not the first time he must have been putting up that hat. And then the mother must have felt that, okay, I need to get this boy and have it as an evidence. So I really don't see a big deal about it. But it goes out to tell us that children are intelligent.
Yeah.
Very, very intelligent. Like sometimes we should not look at them like, no, they are too young or they don't understand things. They are very, very intelligent. If someone has done otherwise before the boy, that's the same way you will go about saying it. So God will just help us. Parenting is not an easy job. So God will help us. But I would have appreciated if the boy's face was not really shown, you know, maybe because of future occurrences. But
I think we take things too seriously in this part of the world because we have. Okay, should I go ahead? Okay, so we have our lives where kids do amazing things and we post it. Something happens and we post it. Not everybody wants that public space, but for those that want, they post all of this. So if my child is being naughty in this corner and I want to show you people this is how this boy gets, I don't think there's anything wrong in that. It's just a child. Is he going to stand against him tomorrow if he wants to become the governor of the state because he was apologizing to his mother? No, now come on, we take things too seriously. I beg.
Yeah, Omoyoma Emmanuel says, children of these days are highly developed and intelligent from the womb. My 2-year-old daughter will do something wrong. She knows you will deal with her. She will walk to me or her mom, then tell us, either of us, that she loves us so much and she's sorry to avoid punishment. Do you understand? She already knows that she's in trouble. She's 2. She will go and hug them.
I love
so you will not want to smack her.
All right, Bilkis says the boy is smart and he's exceptional. He's an exceptional negotiator. He must be mentored. Such a brilliant boy. And Teddy finally says, the video just reminds me of my 4-year-old daughter. All I do is threaten to lock her in a room alone, and she quickly goes on her knees, holding my legs and pleading in serious tears and saying, Mommy, I want to tell you something. Please, can I hug you?
Okay, we have to wrap up this segment, but I think we have the video. We really wanted to have them on Skype, but we're having issues with connections. We saw them earlier. I would have loved to have them on TV, but I think we have the video of where the father too was talking to us. So let us show this clip as we wrap up on this.
What did you tell your mom when she wants to beat you?
Calm down.
Did she beat you? No. And she calmed down, right?
Yes.
I hope you didn't misbehave again.
No.
Okay. Calm down. Say calm down.
Calm down.
Hey, so sweet. That's the sweetest thing. So Lagosians, those of you that are calling NAPTIP, that are calling police, that are calling ICC on this matter. Calm down. Thank you.
Don't mind them. They probably beat their own children more than anybody.
That's all we can take on this. When we come back, we'll be speaking with an elegant woman. She's complaining about something. We'll discuss it after this break. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So COVID-19 has brought about uncommon fear and uncertainty, especially amongst the elderly. On the show today, we have with us Erelu Abiola Dosunmu to share her experience and how she's been coping and adjusting to the whole pandemic. Good morning, Ma. Are you there? Ooh, and I just spoke to her. Good morning. We just lost that connection. That's the problem with connection in Nigeria.
But, we need 5G.
So, but one of the, because when we spoke to her earlier, she had complained that during this period, it's a bit lonely for the elderly. You know, your loved ones are not around you. Your children are grown. Many of them they just send you money or they send you things, but they don't come to see you. Not because they don't want to, but because of they don't want to also infect you or make you susceptible to any kind of to disease and all that. So the thing is that she felt like this pandemic, that more elderly people need attention. I think we have her back now. Hello, Ma.
Hello.
We lost you for a moment. So we're saying that Well, welcome to the show. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
but your voice is faint.
Erelu, welcome, ma. So we're saying, ma, how have you...
Voice is faint.
Happy birthday. First of all, happy birthday to you yesterday. Yesterday was a birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, ma. Many more years in good health.
Okay, thank you.
So how did you spend yesterday? Let's even start from that. How did you spend yesterday?
Oh, well, you know, with the with the lockdown, the distancing, it was just me and my household. And of course, we had prayers in the morning. After that, we limited it to ourselves, myself, my daughter, my staff. So we celebrated wine and dine together.
Nice.
With music and praise worship, it was awesome too. It was satisfying.
That's nice.
You know,
Erelu?
not too much distraction.
Yes, ma.
So for once, I was able to sit down and enjoy my birthday without worrying about my guests.
Right.
So it was wonderful.
That's very weird for you. You are like a society woman. I mean, not having a party without guests is like, it's very, very alien to someone like you, I'm sure. She laughed. Okay. All right.
It was good. It was a good day.
Okay, I'm happy. Now, let's talk about the pandemic. Yeah. How has it been the last few months? The fact that it seems that a lot of elderly people have been complaining about the fact that they are not able to relate with their loved ones. How has been your experience like?
Well, it's been a mixed bag, really. Because you had time for sober reflection. You have time for appraisal of situations. And of course, you missed your loved one. And you feel cut away and you know, quite distant from your loved one. And for me in particular, because most of my grandchildren are away from here. And usually this time of the year is when we all commune and get together. Because in my family, we have at least 4 or 5 July birthdays. So we made it a point for us to come together. And so, of course, that's missing. And, you know, children can't understand why what they're used to is not happening.
Right.
So, like I say, it's been a mixed bag. You know, times for reflection, time to appreciate the Almighty more.
Right.
And get closer and try to understand situations.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
Otherwise, generally, I think it's been tough for everyone.
Okay. Right. So what I hear is what you're missing is physical interactions. And I'm sure that now that you're not seeing them because of the COVID-19, you must be having some, you know, phone calls, Skype, and all of that. I'm sure that is in place. At least it may it may not be exactly like the physical interaction, but that's what we have right now. There's nothing else we can do.
That's what we have, and we should enjoy it.
We should enjoy
it. And that's what I had yesterday.
Oh, okay, that's
awesome. I had flowers, cakes, all sort of savories and all that. And then when it was time to cut the cake, of course, we all met from different parts of the world, and they all became part of the celebration.
Okay.
Which was wonderful, too, you know. Like you said, it's what we have, and we should revel in it and enjoy it to the utmost.
Yeah. Right. So, but I wanted to ask you, what are you doing exactly to take care of yourself now that you're alone? What are some of the, is it routine that you have now that's just keeping your body and soul together at this moment?
Well, of course. I mean, you have to try to eat well. And eat all the right things that build up immunity and easy on your system, because, you know, movement is a bit restricted. Even despite the fact that every day I try to do 20, 30 minutes on my treadmill and a bit of exercise, you still find that the weight is creeping in. So it's a struggle.
Right.
So one must constantly exercise, constantly moving, and constantly eating right and in moderation.
Let me ask you this question,
It's the only way to maintain your health.
Yes.
Otherwise, you just find that your weight will double in no time.
Right.
So I'm on top of that.
Right.
Okay.
And I tell you, it's almost a losing battle, but I'm not giving up.
Wow, fantastic.
No
Ma, you said something earlier about sober reflection.
Exercise, a lot of fresh air, because we all get cooking inside, and we forget the importance of fresh air.
Right.
Even if it's just 5-10 minutes walk outside your house. A lot of us don't have green spaces, open spaces.
Right.
You come out of your house, you're on the main road, and you know, it cuts down the walking,
right.
you know,
all right,
outside for fresh air. But we still must try.
Okay. Because we have very little time, I'm trying to throw in as many questions as possible for you because we have very little time. You talked about sober reflection earlier. I'd like you to, because one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on the show is to help advise, and especially those of us that are growing up right now.
Sorry?
You talked about sober reflections, some regrets. Could you tell me some of those things you feel you regret growing up, that when you're reflecting on your past, what are those decisions you think you should have taken better that we can learn from? What are those experiences that life has taught you that you think we can learn from?
I didn't quite hear you properly.
Okay.
But lessons I've learned at this point in time is, you know, you must just not rely solely on your own capabilities, thinking that you are able to do everything by yourself at your own pace, in your own time. It's just brought home forcibly the presence and the intervention of the divine being, the Almighty. That whatever your plans are, you still have to leave it to Him to help you to actualize it. I think we all got carried away about our strengths, about our power in the world. And you can see with a stroke of whatever it is, and I believe it's the hand of the Almighty, the whole world was brought down to its knees. The powerful, the weak, the rich, the poor, you know, everybody. Until 6 months or almost a year on since this thing started, there's no solution in sight. So for us, then, I think it's time to now sit down and really take home the lesson of humility, of knowing that you are not the ultimate.
Ma, one of the things I'd like you to talk to us about, and I'd like you to confirm if you can hear me clearly. You see,
if you have to, can you raise up the volume of your voice a bit?
Because obviously you can't hear me very well. Okay, so the producers are going to work on that, but I'll try to speak as loud as I can.
Yes.
One of the things I'd like to hear from you, Ma, is that comparison. Because we knew you then, back then. You're a high flyer. Everybody knows Erelu in Lagos State. And your children are abroad, you know, and the high-class society at the time, it was a pride for them to get their children to travel abroad and live abroad. But now, as you've grown elderly now, and you're home by yourself, I want you to speak to us. Do you have regrets that most of our children are living abroad? Or do you feel that we can find ways where children are now more familiar with home? Because many elderly people at this stage are finding that they are lonely, especially those at that high level. Many of the children are in Spain, in US, and they don't have anybody at home. Yes, once in a while they travel. Now that even with the COVID-19, you can't travel. Yeah. So many of them feel lonely. So Ma, I'm asking the question, do you feel that sense of regret? Or do you feel that we can still make it work?
My dear, I mean, the question of regret should never even come to play at all.
Okay.
Because everybody will have our own fundamental human rights.
Right.
Children are gifts from God, and you expect to do your duty to bring them up right. But at a point, they get to a stage where they must fly and be on their own and raise their own family. So whether they are at home or they are abroad, you can't keep them under your wrapper.
Right.
They can be living in the same city with you, but they have their own lives, and you may not even get to see them that often. In fact, I think when they are abroad, at least they pick up the phone, they want to talk to you. Now you have Zoom connections, Skype. You have internet connections, you can liaise, you can, touch base with one another. I mean, you live in the same city with your children. You may not even see them. All you do is, nowadays, you don't even hear their voices. They're just WhatsApp messages and all that. It happens. That's the reality of life. So whichever direction your children find to find their fulfillment, we must support them. Loneliness will come, but that's the whole essence of life.
Right.
Find something to interest you. Do things. The fact that you are old does not mean you are incapacitated. Go out and play golf, play tennis. Okay, now we can't go out, but when we are able to have your own circle of friends, your age mates, play games, play Ludo, interact with other people, not necessarily your immediate family, because they have their lives to live.
Right.
And we must know that and we must respect that. That's the mistake parents make. We lean too much on our children. It's like we are looking for payback. How much payback do we give the Almighty who is giving us the life?
Right.
For me, I have no regrets at all.
All right, Erelu, let me get in a few more questions for you.
You've talked about everybody has their life to live. So I would like to ask, do you have a partner that keeps you occupied during the lockdown? At this lockdown, you need warmth instead of hot water bottle.
Why she gets the point.
The second question is, have you even stepped out of your house during this period?
Oh, yes, I have. That's with trepidation. I have one or two, a couple of times when I have obligation to go out,
The first
but for the first 3 months, I never even stepped out short of my balcony because to get fresh air. But what I do a lot of is I just find things to do in my own home. I can be at home and be walking around miles within the house, doing one thing, seeing that things are cleaned, reorganizing wardrobes, sitting down watching TV, playing music. And when the spirit moves me, when the music moves me, I even get up and dance on my own.
Okay, I think what YK was asking,
I love my home and I love my own company.
What YK was asking also was, because last week we discussed a topic about allowing our mothers or our fathers who are single to remarry. So we asked the question, would you like your mother, who right now maybe she's widowed, and would you like her to have a new partner? So YK's question is that, as you're home now, do you have somebody who is keeping you company in the other room?
A partner.
I didn't say other room, oh.
I
just said keeping you warm.
But you know, if you're lucky to have a soulmate that will want to share your life with you, can share it at any time in life. But that's not all. You can find happiness, comfort, joy in many things, not necessarily in another human being. And which is the essence of what I was saying about my children. If you are a widow, you have beautiful memories of good life. You can read books, you can do other things. I mean, for us, maybe, I don't know about men, but for us women, it's nice to have someone to lean on. But when it's not there, we have a staying power to be able to find joy. Even in ordinary bouquet of flowers, you find joy. You see, I send a lot of messages out, and I get lots of messages. And I get lots of beautiful, sometimes somebody wakes me up with a beautiful bouquet of flowers. And it's so beautiful, I want to share it with other people. That takes maybe another hour in the day for me. And maybe there are some favorite programs that I love on the TV. I sit down with a cup of tea or a glass of wine and revel in it. There are so many ways that you can give yourself joy without necessarily having a partner if you cannot have one.
Fantastic. That's important. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so I know that you have...
because not everybody can have a partner, male or female.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have ma?
She has said she doesn't have wife.
Whatever.
She didn't answer the question, but it's fine.
Thank you very much, ma, for that.
I wanted to find out if you're still, in this COVID-19 time, still working on your foundation. What are some of the things that, you're trying to do a lot to keep yourself busy at this time? Is it still functional, even during COVID-19?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. First of all, we've done and we're still doing a lot of palliative.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't go, but I had people who came to bags of rice, bags of food, bags of hygienic products that I sent to my palace to my people around me. The people in my village, my village is Isaleko, and we did a lot of palliatives, a lot of food we were sent. It's part of my foundation work to alleviate the poverty and sufferings of the people. So we have done a whole lot of palliatives. Right. We have done a whole lot of, when I say counseling, touching base, making calls, reaching out to people. I told you I went out a couple of times. There was a coronation of a new Oba. And, we just have to give him support, welcome him.
That coronation, I was wondering whether they were spreading Coro there. At that coronation, I saw it.
Yes.
I was very worried, man.
There was all that rumor that some people who went there caught, that's almost, 2-3 months on now. All of us are safe.
Yes.
And,
let me ask you this question. I'd like you to discuss friendship. In your growing up and to where you are now, how have you been able to keep friends or lose friends? Do you have that community of friends, or has life taught you lessons of how to distance yourself from certain people? Tell me about friendship today, in your own perspective.
Funny enough, I was thinking about friendship yesterday. Because yesterday, as I said, was my birthday. And I have friends in different parts of the world. And some I have not spoken to in a year. Some even more longer. But on your special day, they reach out. They send messages. And you ask yourself about friendship. What is it that strengthens friendship, even despite distance, despite lack of contact? But I think it depends on your own disposition and your own needs in life. You meet all sorts of people. Sometimes you strike an accord and you're just happy, distant friendship, talking to each other. Even if you meet once in 5 years, that bond is still so strong. I think it's everybody's attitude to life. Do I like this person? Do I want to keep the relationship? So you continue to work on it. I may not see you, but I will give you calls. I will send you messages. But I will keep touching base with you. And most importantly, to keep friendship, you must have a lot of patience, perseverance. You cannot fly off the handle every time someone you consider your friend step out of line. You must still remember that gives you joy in your friend, rather than the anger of what they've done wrong, the immediate reaction to any negativity.
Right.
And I found that I've been able to keep a lot of my friends that way by overlooking little discrepancies and just focusing on greater picture of joy, of companionship, of just giving each other joy. I have a friend. We hardly see, but when we discover new music, new pictures, we share it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
And you just need to pay attention to that object of friendship.
Right.
You can't neglect friendship.
Fantastic. It was such a pleasure having you on the show today. We just wanted to share, yesterday was your birthday. We wanted to celebrate you and wish you a happy birthday from us here at Your View. We ask God to give you many more years, happy and joyful years. And I pray that you...
I'd also like to add is that, the COVID, whatever it is taking too long. But there's nothing that has a beginning that does not have an end.
Yes,
therefore, we must all keep hope flying.
Yes. Yes.
And keep ourselves alive, happy for that day when it comes, to be able to go back and enjoy life fully.
Fantastic.
There's no need for being despondent or losing hope. I mean, for instance, the economic activities is so low. revenue for individual is so low.
Yes.
But we mustn't give up.
Thank you very much, ma.
Yes.
So we'll bring you back another time. We'll now talk about your position at Erelu, because a lot of people need to know the cultural, the rich culture that you carry. You're a depository of so much knowledge, and we'll come back another day to talk to you about that. Have a fabulous day, ma. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wonderful. Thank you.
It was a pleasure. So we are going to be wrapping up soon. Do you have any tweets that's interesting? Just about the boy, I'm
yes,
sure.
it's about the boy.
Most of the tweets are about
the boy.
Deborah Holadele says, just comical. Yes, so such a lovely boy. One thing I love about him is that he learned how to apologize for his wrongdoing. I am still watching, Mommy, are you videoing me? Or what are you doing? I love him. He's bold. Ajala Jibola says, but do you seek the rights of the child when posting them dancing, doing other fun stuff? Anyway, it's the message that's most important.
Yeah, there was a tweet that he replied to. So O Square says, whatever is embarrassing for a child or done to a child without recourse to the child's rights is child abuse. If the boy had a chance, he would have asked his mom not to post that video on social media. In fact, at the end of that video, he was shocked to learn his mom was recording him. So that was the reply to the tweet you just read.
But yes, I know that's the reply to that tweet. But what I was going to say about that is the child is still under his parents' supervision. You know, he doesn't have, once he's 18, he can say, no.
You can't do this and
but
you can't do that.
While you are
abroad,
while you're eating my bread,
not here.
But that's not child abuse now.
Child's rights can protect that child.
No, but that's not child abuse.
Yeah, that's
not child abuse.
Yes,
what are we
protecting? If it is child abuse, once you are still eating my rice.
Many of us have been abused in our house.
No, normally Nigerians are abused.
Yes, all of us have been abused.
We are grown up abused.
They've been abused.
They are still abusing.
Physical, not sexual abuse. Oh, I didn't say, I mean physical.
Yes,
before they start to put me on inside paper.
But YK, please, let's remind our loved ones. For those of us that are, this is an appeal. If you're a Muslim, please send me around.
Send us. Why you begging for yourself?
Send us. No, we cannot go out around.
Yeah, just send us around.
So please show me, please, while I
send
say
us
this.
around.
Why is Mariah always begging for ram on this show? She should stop it, oh.
I want ram.
Send us ram.
Aziza has already promised me ram. One of our fans, Aziza.
Oh,
really? Want to take ram. So,
more ram, please.
Please send ram. We really want ram. Have a fabulous Salah. Tomorrow is Salah.
Yeah.
And
see you tomorrow.
Says parents normally beat their children as if they want to kill them. Please calm down.
Please calm down. So hashtag calm down. See you tomorrow. Bye.